Things were kind of slow today at the Rainbow Cafe. Up the hill from Stony Brook, where the children used to play. But Ruthie still pours a cup for all the regulars showing up. It's kinda quiet round here. The bell rings out again. Here comes the mailman tramping in. He says, I don't know where everybody is, but I heard where they've been. 8 people went out dancing, only 7 came back. I'd like to tell you what happened, but I ain't got the facts. Oh, did you hear about the sweetheart boy of the Rainbow Cafe? I saw him there with my own eyes just yesterday. He was riding that yellow scooter. I watched him scootering away. Ah, Jesus Christ, have mercy on all of us. They speak your name in the beauty parlor where the ladies get their beehive hair. They speculate the reasons why, and they say that life ain't fair. They say they saw you riding with your arms around each other, but she always was the sister, and you always the brother. Some say you were exploited until your final breath. They'll speak of you years later, exploiting you in death. They speak your name in the Rainbow Cafe over eggs and toast. Last night you were their sweetheart. Today you are their ghost. Hey, did you hear about the sweetheart boy of the Rainbow Cafe? I saw him alive with my own eyes just yesterday. He was dancing at the kitten club, getting carried away. Oh, Jesus Christ, have mercy on all of us. I can't say if he's in a better place, but we stay in here. Walking into the wind came the crozier to land where the mill will still spin, to a town where life is a simple affair and where everyone knows everybody else there. He rode to the house of one dead in the dirt. pledged a mothery leaf of a long-buried hurt, named elderly folks who were peacefully living, and said, admit what you done so you may be forgiven. He said, I came here to heal, I came to reveal. He said the truth was an orange only Jesus could peel, but many were the liberties took when he finally published the book. Oh no. Oh no. When the crozier in question finally took the stand, the judge banged his hammer and said, raise your right hand. Do you swear on the book that you hold to be true? He said, yes, more or less, and you ought to too. What say you to those saying you're in the wrong for sticking your nose where it didn't belong, for putting their lives in your pulp murder snuff without having any of that evidence stuff? He said, I came here to heal. He said, I came to reveal. He said the truth was an orange only Jesus could peel. But it was already too late to punish those 7 or 8, to set broken records straight, or convince otherwise with debate, to start again with a clean slate, to save sweetheart boy of his fate, to send home the mob at the gate. They'd already taken the bait. Too late, too late. Calls me and he sounds all frantic, and I say, what's the matter, Andy? You sound all frantic. And he says, I need you to come help me get my truck out of the ditch. Foley, Minnesota, 1957. On the surface, a quaint Midwestern hamlet nestled snug and warm in the golden bosom of some sprawling sea of agricultural plenty. A perfect place to breed a baseball team and prosper together. On the land you were born on, the land you lived on, no, the land you made your living on, the land you'll die on. Your land. Foley. Huh. Of course, some of the old folks around here remember a different Foley. A seedy hotbed of underground bicycle gangs, peddling heroin in from Princeton to all of Benton County. Foley, Gilman, Glendorado, Rice, Mayhew Lake, and hell, even Ronavy. It was only a matter of time before the mob would stick their finger in the pie, and, well, after they took their finger out and tasted it, they wanted that whole darn pie. You see, Foley's burgeoning homosexual community was riding hard on the H train that year, and it seemed like they was picking up new passengers every day.
And if in the midst of dancing with Mr. Brownstone there should occur an innocent encounter between a man and a boy, well, that's just the way things worked in them days. Back in them days, there was some kind of piss-soaked, hole-in-the-wall dive of a dance hall a ways north on 169. It was called the Kitten Club, and lots of wild ones hung out there. Bikers, gangsters, drunkards, hoodlums, dope fiends, minors, loose women, children, teenagers, prostitutes, preachers, Catholics, Lutherans, Protestants, homosexuals, bisexuals, farmers. These were the types you'd find at the Kitten Club on any given Friday or Saturday night. They'd be drinking, dancing, swapping dirty jokes, hooting and hollering, and just plain carrying on. Most of the old folks here will recall waking up one morning to hear something horrible occurred there. Seems some kind of sexually confused teenage boy went there to learn some kind of dance the kids were doing, and well, he wound up dead on the highway. Now, just last Sunday after Mass, I was enjoying a pizza burger at Dewey's, which used to be Jack's, which used to be the pool hall, which is located directly across the street from the Rainbow Cafe building. And I was talking to a woman who had absolutely no face, and she was scrawling something on a napkin. A drawing that seemed to imply to me some kind of incestuous act that went down in those days before the corn moon in October of 1957. Well, I knew there had to be some kind of connection. That night, as I lay asleep, who should visit me in a dream but the spirit of old Joe Munson? Old Joe was a friendly eunuch fella who used to push the kids on the swings at recess. Anyhow, I'm dreaming that I'm standing there out in this cornfield naked. And old Joe puts his hands up on my shoulders and says, "Find the truth." Now, this was an image I could not shake. I made up my mind, and I did a bit of asking around, and I told folks that I was on a mission to tell the story that old Joe never had the balls to tell. Heck, I must have spoken with pretty near 150 people, each of whom offered their estimation of some fragmented interpretation of hand-me-down approximations of the decimation of this young boy. Hell, I know it sounds crazy, but as soon as I'd completed my manuscript, I saw the spirit of old Joe appear before me, flopping around, screaming yippee as he finally got beamed up to heaven, God rest his soul. Oh, you want to hear the story? Well, it sickens me to say, but, well, yeah, I could tell you about it. You see, according to Foley legend, something unspeakable occurred at the Kitten Club that night, 2 nights before the corn moon. I have reliable sources that have indicated to me that your grandmother was there, and probably your grandfather. Might have been your mother, your father, sisters, brothers, aunts, uncles, maybe your cousins and your sons and your daughters. They were all out there in the cornfield, in the moonlight, and they were arguing about what it really meant to make love and doing, well, unspeakable things to this poor boy. Well, they got him so stoned in the back of the car, he was stinking like whiskey before he got to the bar, and stirring up trouble with the people inside would lead some to declare it his own fault he died. Under the table they were setting the boy straight. It always begins with a kiss when they're sealing your fate, and they hunted him down when he ran through the corn, left him naked and bloody as the day he was born, and they pummeled his features and his pretty boy eyes, which followed the girls and which taunted the guys. So the group passed the motion, put it to vote for stuffing a cornstalk right down the boy's throat, and then stripping the kernels off one left him ragged and torn. Some say he was soft, some say he was hard when they filleted him so sweetly right there on the yard. But then the fountains of blood bespattered everyone's faces. This gentle boy's genitals were swiftly displaced. Tell me, could you feel it, or had you gone totally numb when they cut off his ear, his pinky and thumb? There was no room to dance, yeah, the cornfield was packed, so the girls jitterbugged all over his back. And then they gave him a ride, yeah, just to be nice. And they turned the car around and ran over him twice. Death begins in the colon and it ends in the street. It drips down your thigh and it drops to your feet. And then somebody said he got done in with one, but they never recovered that old smoking gun. So they got away clean. As the band said, this is our last one.
Dip, dip, whoa.
Well, that's the story. I hope you liked it. Now, I feel it is important to note that that is just a theory. But if you should tell anyone, I'll kill you.
Richard Head was very well read. He read the entire Left Behind series and all the chicken soups for the soul. He was morally outraged by a million little pieces, and he questioned the validity of the Da Vinci Code. But when he began raising Roger's cross, he said, "This boy's family must have justice, whatever the cost. We must dig up his bones," the mustachio cried. "I've heard enough, someone must be crucified. Something sure smells funny down in my community. Why's it always gotta be a cat o' nine tails to please your soul and soothe your bloodlust blues?" Well, Becky loves horses and Debbie ain't got no life. Two housewives sitting around the table sharpening their knives. Speaking as a mother of children and stepchildren, I find it absolutely appalling. Sexual disfiguration, underage drinking, and rape. These people ain't Christian to criticize this book. We're just trying to find out the truth. Don't they care about that poor boy? Don't they care about his family? Don't they know the case is pending and the cause of death is undetermined? I'll go and tell all about it on the internet. But something sure smells funny down in my community. Why's it always gotta be a cat o' nine tails to please your soul and soothe your bloodlust blues? Crystal flipped his shit all over the place. Attorneys brought in experts and they all made their case. They said, this is a gross subversion of journalistic standards. And she says, you wanna talk about my father? Well, your mother's a whore. Duke puked up some phlegm and he polished his gun. He shot a rattlesnake and put his breathing apparatus back on. Oh, to be accused in your golden years of murder, sodomy, rape, and being a queer. But something sure smells funny down in my community. Why's it always gotta be a cat on nine tails to please your soul and soothe your bloodlust blues. Hey, Richard Head et al., where do you think the money comes from when your clergymen face damages and six-figure sums? Just ask yourself this. When the basket comes by, are you so sure you know who killed Sweetheart Boy that you'd pay him for it? So that angry mob gathered there to dig up his bones, and another mob showed up saying, leave them bones alone. And the shovel operator said, hey, was that metal we hit? And the septic tank ruptured and they all got covered in shit. I was born and raised a Catholic boy, in holy waters baptized, in a brick house called Catholic school. I got me catechized. I heard how he died again and again, and how he died with a heavy heart for all of my sin. I waited there in line with the 8-year-old kids to kneel in the darkness and confess what I did. I
tongue so I could show it in a line and fill up my heavy heart on wheat, bread, and wine. When I was old enough to fight, all my wounds filled with salt. When the kids from the public school said I was raised up by a cult, I hung down my head by Luther's decree. Than me. I got my mother so upset when I tried to resist Holy Sacrament of confirmation. She cried and insisted that if I refused, I'd make Grandma so ashamed that she would die with a heavy heart, and I'd be to blame. So all you patrons of Rome, is this to what you aspire? To put the fear in my mother, condemn her baby to the fire? Well, don't be so proud just yet of building walls all around. And rot in the ground. Close out the till and you lock all the doors. It's Saturday night. You drive by the rainbow on your way home, but nothing is right. All of your friends tell you you've changed. You think, what do I care? You can't relate to those nights with the guys. It's going nowhere. You only want to be fearless, like the wild ones. Outlaws growing up on the lam with you. Guardian angels to park the car with you. Blast blossoming sisters who depend on you. You stop by the station to fill up your tank, put a nickel in the rubber machine. The girls your age are just speeding away, and you're just caught in between. You pull up the drive and you let out a sigh. You don't feel like yourself at home. Get in, get out before you get sucked in, and don't forget your comb. You're gonna be fearless like the wild ones. Outlaws growing up on the land with you. Friends who take it all to the grave with you. Beautiful harlots who blow their kiss for you. The drunken sailors don't know what to do with you. You strip naked in your bedroom, you stand before the mirror. You put on your clothes, lace up your dancing shoes. Time to get out of here. Quick, eat some supper with your sisters and brothers. Kiss your mother goodbye before you pass the old man without looking back. On your way out the door, it's Saturday night and you're alive. Hear about the sweetheart boy of the Rainbow Cafe. I just saw him yesterday, getting carried away. Oh, Jesus, have mercy on me. Oh, Jesus, have mercy on all of us. I ain't got the facts. I'd like to tell you what happened, but I ain't got the facts. I'd like to tell you, but I ain't got the facts. I'd like to tell you what happened, but I ain't got the facts. tell you what happened, but kick out the facts. I'd like to tell you what happened,